title reads, I went on a date with a girl and went to a restaurant. She ate and then left me. So she kind of used you as a foodie call, a foodie date, and she got what she wanted and she left. Serves this guy right for taking a girl out on a first date to a restaurant. Maybe do it after a third or fourth date, but don't be getting your wallet out and spending a lot of money on a three course meal with a woman you've never met before. It's just a terrible idea. He says, I'm really embarrassed by what happened because of how stupid I was. I've been using Tinder for a year now and it hasn't been great. Well, it hasn't been great for most guys. I think it's easily, 60% men, sometimes even 70% men. So you're competing with a lot of guys. These women have a plethora of options. They probably have 100 matches minimum, even for an average girl. So you got a lot of competition, bro. And the competition you're competing against, these guys who know what they're doing, they're not taking a girl out for dinner on a first date. So you already made a mistake. But hey, we live and learn. He says, I've also been on Bumble, but I was told it was only for tall guys, so I stopped using it. I don't think one app's just for a certain type of man. Women are looking for tall guys across the board. Now, it doesn't mean if you're not a tall guy, you're gonna have no luck. Women will go on dates with you, but if you ask a woman to describe a perfect man, it probably will be a guy who's 6 foot. Just like if you ask a guy who their perfect woman would be, she would probably be slim and petite. So it's just how the game is. There's no point getting angry about it or black pilled about it. Just know kind of that's the rules. That's the rules of the game. But I don't think just because you're on Tinder, women aren't interested in tall guys. That's not how it works. To my surprise, though, I actually had a woman message me on Bumble. Just by that sentence alone, it shows this guy doesn't have a lot of experience, doesn't have a lot of success with women. And he's like, oh my God, a girl messaged me first. A girl wants to go on a date with me. Like, oh my God. So already he's probably going in with the mindset of, oh, this girl's special. I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket to make sure I pin her down and have a really good relationship with her because this is the first girl who's ever showed an interest in me. And he's put all his emphasis on this one girl when there's a plethora of other women out there who'd be happy to go on a date with him. He just hasn't been lucky enough to find that girl yet. We talked for 2 days before she told me her hi and asked mine. She was taller at 5'9". Um, okay, so obviously height is maybe important to her. Height certainly might be something she might be a bit insecure about because 5'9" is quite tall for a girl. And I guess she just wants to make sure that this guy's at least taller than her. I think the majority of women, if not all women, would prefer to date a guy who's at least the same height as her, maybe a bit taller. So that's what she's asking about. He says, I told her my height, which is 5'4", and she stopped responding for a little while. Yeah, it's gonna be tough for you, bro. 5'4" is quite short for a guy. I think the average height in the West for a guy is 5'8" to 5'10", if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you are gonna have some issues, especially on the apps. If you're 5'4", it's more of a reason why you should be approaching women in person, showing them what you're all about in person, and where height isn't as important because your personality really shines. The way you interact with women really shines. With these apps, it is very about your physical features, about your profile picture, about how your profile is shown, and you can't really get who you are across on these apps. So if you are 5'4", you should be approaching women in person, getting rejected a lot. You're probably gonna get rejected 8% of the time. But that small 10, 20% of the time where a girl actually says, hey, I like your vibe and let's go on a date, that's worth its weight in gold. But yeah, there's no doubt about it. As 5'4", you're going to struggle. And it seems like she took a while to respond to this guy afterwards. She's probably going to a girl group chat asking, oh, should I use this guy for a foodie call? What should I do, girls? I thought she just stopped talking to me, which I'm used to happening once I reveal my height. Oh, that hurts just to read that. I feel sorry for this guy. He's been dealt a difficult card. But hey, there's guys out there who are severely disabled, maybe unable to walk, or have other disabilities that are against them. If it's just your height, bro, it's not the end of the world. It sounds like you've got all your four limbs and you've, you know, your brain works and you're able to communicate with women. So it's not the end of the world. But yeah, you haven't been dealt the best hand. After a day, she replied and said she was fine with it. She wanted to know if I wanted to go on a date and try this sushi restaurant she wanted to go to. This guy's probably never experienced this before. I think most men haven't. Like, usually the man has to ask to go on the date. But hey, she took the initiative. This guy's probably on cloud nine. He's never had it happen to him before. He's got obviously an attractive woman who's a bit taller than him who wants to go on a date with him. He's thinking, wow, what's happening? This has never happened to me before. And he's feeling good about it. But let's see if reality is going to come crushing down and hit him in the face. I met up with her and things were going great. She seemed like she was having a good time. When she finished and it was time to pay, she said she was embarrassed, but she didn't bring enough money. Oh my god. So look, she's saw this really fancy sushi restaurant because sushi is quite expensive, right? What is it? A bit of rice and some raw fish. And she's like, oh, I really want to go here, but I'm going to get this guy to pay. I wonder if she's ever paid for a meal in her life. Maybe she just doesn't need to go to a food shop because she goes on a date every night with some gullible man who's shorter than her. But she's embarrassed she didn't bring enough money. Do you not have like contactless? Like, do you not have a phone? Do you not have a credit card? Women love credit cards because they don't have to pay the money back. I said it was okay and I would pay. Oh, what a gentleman. But hey, it's a first date. I think the guy should pay. I think the guy should pay for the second, third date. But you want to be hanging out with the women who at least offer, who at least try to pay. That's a massive green flag. She was never gonna pay. She said she didn't bring enough money. Did she at least like put like £10 down, $20 down? Like, did she put some money down for it, or she just straight up not pay a single penny? Because if you are a woman and you don't like the guy and you know you're never gonna meet him again, you should pay because you know you're never gonna see him again. So don't be that person who's gonna make the guy pay and then break his heart afterwards. That's not cool. Final paragraph. She went to use the bathroom but never came back. Did she crawl out the window? I thought that only happens in like sitcoms. I feel dumb because I thought this was finally it for me and that I met someone who didn't care about my height. But after this, I don't think I'll ever meet someone like that again. Um, that is actually horrible. I know I had a little laugh there, but she's a horrible human being and she deserves what's coming to her. Don't use that and think, oh, all women are like that. This woman is just a vile piece of shit. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. I can imagine that. It's probably going to black pill you. It's going to make you feel really down about yourself and your self-confidence. You're going to lose all faith in women and dating, but you shouldn't. This woman is vile and she's going to do it to other men. And reality is going to slap her in the face because she'll be old and single when she's, lost all her eggs and lost all her beauty. And then she's going to be crying into a pillow looking for a nice guy. She treated you really poorly, and that is really rude. You pay for a meal, you spend time with her, you show an interest, and she just sneaks out the back of the bathroom, sneaks out the restaurant, and leaves you sitting there like an idiot. That is horrible, and yeah, no one deserves that. Yeah, this guy should not have took her on a first date to a restaurant, but hey, he doesn't have a lot of experience, doesn't have a lot of luck with women. He trusted her and she did that to him. So yeah, it shows more about her than you. And don't give up on dating and finding the woman of your dreams just because you're 5'4". You'll find someone. It's going to be difficult. There's no doubt about it. It will be difficult. A lot of women won't date you because of your height, but there will be women out there who will. I would say get off the apps and meet in person. Do hobbies you enjoy. Go to a running club, go to a walking club, go to a gym club, whatever. Do something active where you're in a group of people where there's women there and interact with women. And I think you can win them over. You just got to give it a chance. But yeah, fuck that girl. She's not cool. Yeah, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.
It must move.
Attends, je vais regarder ça avec Julie, ma petite calcul. Ça.
Ah.
push that, push that.
Oh.
No.
Target my mark. خذ البطل.